A civil authority has issued a local area emergency for the following counties or areas. Maine, at 3:15 p.m. on November 20, 2023, effective until 7:30 p.m. A current phenomenon with looking at lights is occurring. People who looked at lights randomly fainted. Currently, rations of food, water, and medical supplies will be given to households in Maine starting today. Adults are not affected by this event, and children's are. You need to not look at your ceiling. The Maine State Police, along with the FBI, are currently investigating the situation.
The following message you're about to hear is a local access alert. The phenomenon, which started off in Maine, had unfortunately worsened. This time, it is spreading all the way to other parts of the United States. This includes the entire region of New England. Ever since this phenomenon, first recording of the phenomenon, it has been stated that most of these people, although you are advised to stay indoors, power should be cut off immediately, as you may not be able to access power at any costs. Stay indoors at all times and shelter in place until further notice. Thank you for your cooperation and attention.
Sells more cars than any other dealer in Maine, so we get more trade-ins.
Did you ever nickname any of your cars?
Oh my God.
Okay.
Cindy and Lulu and Martin.
Give me like...
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Maine State Police. The current phenomenon that started in Maine has unfortunately worsened and has spread to the entire East Coast. All residents must shelter in place and turn off their lights.
This is an emergency action notification. All broadcast stations and cable systems should transmit this alert. This message is transmitted at the request of the White House due to an ongoing national crisis. Please stand by for instructions vital for your safety.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the White House, along with the United States government and the United States Department of Defense. A national crisis is currently occurring. At approximately 8:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, the phenomenon when looking at lights, which took place in Maine, has unfortunately spread to the entire United States, Alaska and Hawaii included. Please stand before instructions vital for your safety.
Shut off all power systems. Lock all doors and windows after this emergency broadcast. Avoid electronic devices with a display, such as a television or cable device.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the White House, along with the United States government and the United States Department of Defense. The phenomenon when looking at lights, which took place in Maine, has new effects. Instead of fainting, it is now apparent that many people collapse to the ground, entering a cardiac arrest and dying. This situation seems to have 100,000 casualties. All residents are continuing to shelter in place. However, there have been hijackings from this event.
situation, so please stand by for an important message from the New York Police Department. Just recently, a manhole explosion occurred in Times Square, destroying the entire area. As a result, many people were running away for their life, as this is a serious situation and should not be ignored. All residents within a 1-mile radius of New York City are strongly recommended to stay away from the area until further notice. If you're in the area, you should run. Times Square is currently being evacuated, and most of the people who are in Times Square currently are already dead. Some people in Times Square did die, however...
We interrupted our programming. This is a national emergency. Important details will follow. Please stand by. Please stand by. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. Just recently, a raft opened in the sky. This raft released radioactive fallout creatures, which is a product of nuclear attacks. All residents are advised to seek a fallout shelter. Fallout is a product of nuclear attacks. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. We are in the hours of intense sorrow. Due to a fatal meteorological event, the death toll from the lights have increased once again. This time to 500,000. Stay tuned for updates on this dangerous and most likely catastrophic meteorological event.
This is a National Information Center, which has upgraded the previous emergency action notification. Being broadcasted on November 28, 2023. All clear. The phenomenon regarding lights has calmed down. You may now turn on power systems.